Welcome back to the Incredible Hulk. So yeah, we fell right into the leader's trap, so let's see if we can get out of here.
I gotta say, Hulk just happening to jump and fall into wherever the leader
Wow,
wants
that
him to go.
is the most frail wall in the history of walls ever. Like,
Just tap. To be fair, Pedro, we are in America, a country where a lot of doors and walls are built with like paper, like little padding. So
Well, I mean, let's not forget, it is the 80s, so yeah. Nowadays we have...
lots of building what's it called? Building speculation, I think it's called, Jova.
infrastructure.
Basically, when you don't spend too much on constructing a building, just so you can save a bit more money while sacrificing the quality of a product in process.
Hey, I mean, look at the bright side. Nowadays we've got reinforced walls, but back then the 80s were a lot
I love
more dangerous.
how the Hulk's way of pressing switches is punching them.
And don't even
Just
get
like
me
in the
started.
Tyrannos level.
Oh, by the way, you think the walls were weak in the 80s?
There you go.
Don't
See,
even get
I can
me started.
literally stomp into the ground and the enemies will get hurt as a result. There you go. See?
It's the shock. Does Hulk have the thunderclap move in this game?
Yes, he does.
Okay. Well, Jova, that's the thing. Practically for the entire Eisenhower period, from the 50s to say the late 80s, there was this kind of undertone that ultimately damaged in the long run. But it was so whimsical and happy because the war was over. So yeah.
Yeah.
To be fair though, like the Hulk stories in Marvel Comics were basically in that kind of period for a long
Pretty
time.
much
So
every Marvel comic
you kind of
book.
gets the idea that Hulk will be able to just poke something and destroy it.
That's actually a fun fact to you. You know, a lot of Marvel heroes' stories started off like that, except for Captain America.
And now we
during
have
World War II.
Mega Man style
The
of
funny
platforming.
thing is, like, well, you know, before they made the reboot, before they rebooted Captain America to have been frozen from World War II, they actually adapted it so that he did go up against the Koreans and Vietnamese during the Cold War. I'm not quite sure that, you know, they actually rebooted it that he was made from that, but basically I think they had him continuing his career from after World War II.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that soldier just needed a hug.
Hulk hug. Ugh.
Oh god.
Yeah, Hulk. Smash.
Yes. Well,
Hulk and smash.
That depends on if Disney's okay with that, Hulk. And we don't want Disney to do to the
I
Smash
think,
what they did
that's
for
the
Marvel
thing. I
vs.
think I
Capcom Infinite.
wanted. Well, to be fair, I would say Hulk is one of the characters that in Marvel vs. Capcom games always kind of get the short side of the stick. I mean, I don't think he's bad in terms of how his moveset is represented, but I kind of get the feeling that he's never built as to be in the top tier kind of.
Let me put it like
characters
this.
used.
He's one of the less spectacular heavy characters. Like, let's see. Some
It's
people consider-
serviceable. It has the hyper armor that you need because he's huge, bulky. He has the grappling moves. He has even the thunderclap. But his hyper combos are not that impressive. They're serviceable, but not impressive. That's what they are.
Let's compare him to some of the other heavies. Let's see, when comparing him to Nemesis is just as heavy, but Nemesis is quicker, faster, has longer range thanks to that freaking tentacle of his, has even more range thanks to that freaking bazooka of his. So yeah, to a lot of people, Hulk is Nemesis without the missile. Let's compare him to Sentinel. Sentinel is infamous for having that spammable robot fist.
Neutralize.
Like, god dang.
And I got myself
Four
a continue.
Is, okay, I'm not quite sure 4 is a heavy, but 4 is closer to heavy.
Actually, the one has a T.
One of them was a T.
Yeah, you're
time for the boss.
Oh, right. Keep forgetting about that.
So yeah,
Oh, that's the feeling
basically just climb the tower until you find Absorbing Man.
Oh yeah, that gives me a good segue. I actually know about the Absorbing Man, even though it's not that famous. He's been like I said to you, Dweebs. He's basically what Hulk's father character in the Ang Lee movie was very loosely trying to be, because it actually has that property. He absorbs and becomes the material that he touches, like say metal or ground.
I mean, to be fair to you, I think Absorption Man is one of the better known villains. Granted, it's helped that he has had
No, it is, but not that he had a lot of not screen time, but like it was very represented. It wasn't until Fear itself where he had a major particular role, because in Fear itself he actually became one of the bearers of the Serpent's Hammers, if I recall.
Yeah, granted. Okay, fair point. I think a
Funny
notable
story, Dweebs, there's this event where one of Thor's arch nemesis just show up, and a bunch of people in the Marvel Universe basically get infected with evil hammers, and we become basically evil versions of Thor. One of them is like, for example, the Thing. Another is Juggernaut, I think, and another is, like I said, Absorbing Man.
Hey, speaking of Thor's hammer, you know what I love? When Storm got to be a Valkyrie. She actually occasionally gets to be one, complete with her own hammer and everything, and yes, she kicks major butt with
Which
it.
also reminds me of another thing. If I recall correctly, Hulk is not worthy of Mjolnir, right?
Yeah, no, he's not. I mean, sure, he can lift it, but it takes a lot of his strength.
I love this music, by the way.
Right.
It's very simplistic. Again, it's like you said, Pedro. The composer clearly knew what he was doing and clearly had fun with it.
Again, it kind of reminds me of Tommy Tallarico's Terminator soundtrack, in the sense that it doesn't sound exactly like what you'd expect from a Hulk soundtrack, but damn, is it great music in general.
Yeah.
Ohio Abomination.
You again.
Fight.
This guy is just a pain in the ass because he always shows up in every level just to annoy me. There you
I
go.
love how we had the extra sprite effect of the saliva getting punched from his mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Only soon to be topped by Maximum Carnage, based off of the comic, and adapted into a video game.
I actually don't know how it
was
is in terms of video game.
Basically, Maximum Carnage was one of the, I'm not going to say one of the original, but it was one of the big crossover events. Let's remember, this was back in the day when crossovers within the Marvel Universe itself were actually rather rare.
Or
Unit
not taken
2.
too seriously. Unit 2?
It said there in the wall, Unit 2.
So I'm guessing these are a bunch of containers, or... But no, that's the thing, there are rocks in the background, so maybe it's a underground kind of base.
I guess. Also, I love how these bad guys just go out with all you gotta do is just give them the cost.
Leader never had a stable location on his own, he was constantly on the move, if I recall.
Yeah. That's the thing, too. We don't know if this is underground or above ground or even on the sky, because the Hulk just jumped and fell in here. So
I will admit, it is kind of contrived even by comic book standards to have Hulk just jump and land in there. I'm not saying that it's to the detriment. I mean, this is kind of in an age where comics could get away with that stuff. It's just, it feels weird even by superhero comics.
I'm pretty sure, Job, it's just the designers thinking, okay, let's just provide the most basic of excuses to have the levels.
Yeah, he just jumps from one location to the other, but since he's a Hulk, he's very dumb.
If it were any other comic book character, I'd probably object to it, but it's the Hulk, so pass.
Unit 3.
It's the Hulk, lol.
That's the thing, Dweebs. For a while, like I said, even outside the Mr. Fix-It period, there was a time where Hulk was actually intelligent and soft-spoken on his own. The problem is that one of his occasions was right in the middle of the comic book version of Infinity War, which was after the Infinity Gauntlet saga, which basically they did a bit of weird confusion with not confusion but renaming Dweebs. Basically the Infinity War movie that you and us saw, it's instead the story of that it's called the Infinity Gauntlet in the comic books. The actual Infinity War comic book event has a completely different story with other characters other than just the Avengers and Thanos. So,
you know one thing I love about the Infinity War comic?
Mm-hmm.
When Thanos tells Mephisto to shut up and stuff it.
That was Infinity Gauntlet. Yeah, good times.
It's just, okay, considering this game came out before the 90s Fox Kids animated series, the most recent, I guess, I mean, I don't think the 80s live action show theme would feel good. So I guess maybe, the 80s animated series by Hanna-Barbera.
Or maybe they could do something based off of Hulk's theme from Marvel vs. Capcom.
Yeah, but this was
Well,
made in 1993, so I failed.
Yeah,
to-
before that, Jova. Marvel Hulk's first appearance, I think, was in Marvel Superhero.
Oh, hi,
and
Absorbing
that
Man.
was a bit later.
Okay, so first we find
hello,
him.
Absorbing Man. There you go, Dweebs. His
Oh,
signature
right,
weapon is creating a wrecking ball.
Right.
So basically, we just you might be wondering, wait, wow, he has a short life bar. Well, there's a twist to this boss battle. There, let me just finish. There you go, a little uppercut, and I'm gonna. There you go, and now he actually will absorb the wall and become.
The wall.
I guess this is steel, metal.
Yeah, metal.
Oh yeah, metal.
There you go. Let's.
Jova, cement is for Sandman's daughter in Spider-Man Rain.
Oh yeah.
That was a thing.
Spider-Man Rain. I don't know whether or not I like it better or worse than Dark Knight Returns. Because that's clearly what it's trying to be.
I
for
honestly don't like
Spider-Man.
And now it absorbed wood. I think that was wood.
How is
Okay,
wood better
so set him on fire. So set him on fire. then.
Dweebs, thankfully we're not operating on neck logic, so you can take that away from here.
Well, no, it's obvious. He's made of wood. Set him on fire.
And now look at what's next. Did you notice?
Glass.
Yes, he's going to absorb glass. You fucking moron.
So let me get this straight. He starts off with,
And
1 hit.
there we go.
1 hit.
So-
Of course. 1
You
hit.
fucking idiot.
so let me get this straight. He starts off with metal, the stronger thing. Then he goes to wood, which is clearly
Hold
more
on.
fragile.
It's a good thing the villains are just as.
Divine Light.
Yeah,
the
Prince
whole struggles to
Finn himself is transported into a
Blinding
new
light.
world, unlike any he's ever seen before.
Wait.
Yeah, it's a good job the villains are just as stupid.
Wait, did dog just step on a teletransport?
Okay, basically what happened is apparently there was some blinding light and the Hulk was transported here. Whatever the hell this is. Theo, from which comic is this level inspired exactly?
For all I know, this could actually be the Marvel Hell, actually. Well, what's the boss of this level?
Giant brain.
Please let it be Mephisto. Ow.
I have no idea. Maybe it could be the Annihilation World.
You know something's wrong when even me and Tio, the comic book fans, are kind
No,
of
it's just that again, I wasn't really into Hulk for a lot of time, so I almost
don't
completely
know.
skipped the.
Okay. Maybe if we're going for the Mr. Fix-It era, but I don't recall even the Mr. Fix-It era doing this, and that had crossovers with Doctor Strange.
The Mr. Fix-It era had instead it was almost completely centered in Las Vegas, so no, this is not.
I got nothing.
I'm gonna do some research, might as well.
Yeah, from what I can tell, we're inside a body, I guess.
Like, it's bloody, there's spikes that look like they can impale you.
And there's kidneys. Fucking kidneys.
Hulk is fighting kidneys.
Dweebs, we're in Peter Capaldi's Doctor Body.
Teo, we're gonna need a lot more help before we're through.
You're Hunter from the future, Joe.
And now Zitz?
I just don't. And a heart!
This is-
Look, we literally found a human heart and we can use it as a weapon.
Maybe. Oh, hold on. Maybe this is Ego. Actually,
Okay.
It could be.
Time for theory!
But Ego's not a Hulk villain.
No, yeah, it's literally his weight.
Well, neither is Rhino, so.
Well, okay. Here's the thing. This isn't even how Ego really works.
Okay, here's my theory then. The developers couldn't really come up with a 4th level, but they really wanted the game to have 5 levels instead of just 4. So they figured, let's just come up with some random shit, and we'll explain it by having the Hulk be struck by a blinding light that comes out of nowhere. There you go.
All right.
It's a video game. Nobody cares about plot consistency.
Shut up.
I am going to look up whatever the name of the boss or the stage is.
Somebody really wanted to create a human body level, but they couldn't come up with an excuse for it. Fuck it, it's a video game. Who cares about story in a video game?
No, but I will admit that this even took me by surprise.
Apparently the villain is called Big Brain.
Yeah, Big Brain. Is that from the
Let's see,
comics?
Big Brain is...
I don't even remember that.
Me neither.
It's Big Boss. He had his brain taken out, and
Yeah, I'm not seeing a villain called Big Brain. I guess this is. Oh wait, let me guess. This is inside the leader's brain.
No, it can't.
Don't you see it? No, it's not, Jova. Okay, Marvel, get on it. Adapt this part of the game into the canon. I mean, might as well.
I mean, DC is adapting Nuclear Man into the comics, so why not? Yes, Dweebs.
There's actually a character called Nuclear Man. Yes.
I know. I've seen
that's
Superman 4.
No, yeah, but that's the thing. It wasn't in the comics up until this point. Now Danny Dio has actually the idea of wanting him to be canon immigrant.
Okay, you know what? If the comics can make him better, then by all means, you know what I mean? It can work both ways.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, with Dan Dio, he sometimes makes stupid decisions. He's not as bad as Joe Quesada, but man.
So are they gonna have him? Are they gonna have him in the comic? Make him actually sound like Gene Hackman?
How would they be able to do that? It's a comic.
I'm pretty sure comics don't have audio, Dwibs.
Yeah, it doesn't work.
No. They'll make a reference to it, like, "Hey, why do you sound like Gene Hackman?"
And that's way too on the nose. That's way too on the nose. Not so much obscure. It's a bit too on the nose.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I like Gene Hackman, but nowadays a lot of people recognize Clancy Brown as the definitive Lex Luthor.
Well, obviously.
Anyway, no, I can't find any kind of info on this, so
it's
the hell out of
called
me.
Big Brain.
Points for
So this is completely
points for creativity.
Well, again, for all I know, it's actually something, and I can't really recognize
Again. I'm gonna call it right now.
These kind of lizard mans or like grasshopper, like
Yeah, for the
enemies
record, if I touch
just
those
beat them up.
spikes, I die instantly in one hit. But those things survive, so
That's fair.
Mega Man. Well, actually, no. I think even the bat. No. The mooks don't die on spikes.
no, they don't.
Then again, I don't think you can really push them into the spikes in the older games.
Blood.
Yes, blood, Dwebs.
Wow. Okay, this got
Yeah, this is
needlessly
definitely,
gory all of a
definitely
sudden.
done before the SRB.
And the Hulk
Oh,
died
that's
because
nice.
of the stomach acid.
I mean, okay. Yeah, ESRB system or not, this feels a little. I don't know. I mean, I know it's ironic because Hulk can be an incredibly brutal fighter, but yet Hulk's never really been something that's focused on gore much, except for the apocalyptic future Hulk stuff. So...
Or some specific events that made me tied to it.
The developers got high, and this was the result.
I mean, this is a case where it does feel like that. I mean, even Doctor Strange, at the very least, you know what you're getting into. And even Doctor Strange doesn't feel like it's going for gore. It goes for incredibly weird, trippy stuff, but never something this disturbing.
Unless Jova it's the ultimatum in which Doctor Strange gets killed in one of the most unnecessary, gruesome ways.
By Dormammu of all people.
But it's not even that, Jova. It's how he's defeated. First of all, Ultimate Doctor Strange did not even had a big big presence in the Ultimate Universe, so I don't know why they want to kill him so quickly. Second,
because Ultimatum... Oh, never mind.
Yeah, they wanted to make like a cleanup before, I guess, trying to start anew, but again, waste. Just
also,
waste.
Abomination, how did you get in this hellhole?
Beats the hell out of me.
Yeah.
Speaking of beating the hell out of someone...
So yeah, this demonstrates. So yeah, I can definitely again. Why is Abomination here?
I don't know.
Like, okay, this level is a gigantic big-lipped alligator moment. That's basically what it is. It comes out of nowhere, it makes no sense, it has nothing to do with anything, and right after it's done, we'll never talk about it ever again. So yeah.
Anyway.
Do we know? Well, maybe we probably obviously read it, Pedro, but doesn't even the ending narration that transitions to the next level help a bit, like say Hulk escapes the giant body or something?
Yes, it does. It gives off a generic narration saying, "Oh, after defeating the Big Brain, the Hulk is transported back to the leader's fortress." And there you go. But again, it's just the most flimsy. Again, somebody really wanted a disturbing body-like level, but fuck it. Who cares about context? It's a video game.
I mean, I think the weird thing is like, well, I mean, for as basic as the transition stuff levels were, they felt at least plausible enough. This one feels a bit lazy, just saying, oh, there was a white flash that we didn't even see, we have to be told about, and then Hulk goes to a place that they don't even tell us where it is.
Who cares? It's a video game, Jova. Video games don't tell stories. Back in the day, I mean.
Metal Gear.
Just look at Metal Gear.
Metal Gear 2, Solid
Yeah.
Snake.
Well, keep in
Even
mind,
the first Metal
Jova, that game wasn't
It
really
was
known
the
outside of
exception,
Japan.
yeah.
Not just that, too. It wasn't really known outside of Japan.
Oh, that's right. We didn't actually get the original games until we got Metal Gear Solid 3 Special Edition.
The Substance re-release, yes.
Anyway,
Subsistence,
Tio, to
that's
answer your
it, yeah,
question about
subsistence.
why Doctor Strange went out like a chump in Ultimatum, well, originally Ultimatum was supposed to be a way to try and reboot the universe.
Yeah, I know. That's kind of also what they did later on, for example, with the Fantastic Four. If I recall correctly, they killed permanently Johnny. They transformed the thing into a purple man.
I get the
I
feeling
hear
this
that.
level was repurposed from a different game.
I really am
I don't
starting
know.
to
I honestly think it still is something, and we just don't get the reference.
I don't know.
It is way too specific to be just this random.
Tio. In the Spider-Man 2002 video game, you literally fight a robot that's as big as Long Island.
True.
I
Well, to
think
be fair,
maybe-
give it a bit of context. Like say, oh, Oscorp is developing it.
Sure. I'm just saying. That was a time when, and you know what, even that was more facilitated than this. Just saying, sometimes video game devs could be a bit lazy with their comic book adaptation games.
Alright, let's put our heart into it, I guess.
Yeah.
Boo.
Why did we even need to throw that
Blood,
heart
sweat,
anyway?
tears and everything.
I just
Was
don't...
that heart something that would hurt you? Or
How
is it
many
something you
hearts
can
are
use?
inside this one body? I thought body... Okay,
I don't think even a cow
I
has
don't
this many
remember. Hold on,
hearts.
Joe. I don't remember. I don't think it was, but was the Cancerverse introduced by this point?
The Cancerverse?
Remember,
Oh,
Joe?
the
like,
Cancerverse!
basically, there is. Well, I don't think so. It was a thing from the 2000 anyway. But for context, there is. If you don't remember, we told you that the Marvel multiverse is comprised of a gajillion different type of universes, each with its own set and rules.
Did
There
I
is
mention
one.
that even? Oh, go on.
There is one where death doesn't exist. As such,
Right.
things do not die, but the decay of a matter still needs to happen. Therefore, everyone has some sort of cancer that transforms people into zombie, but they're not properly zombie. They're more like masses, moving masses. We just want to consume everything because it's like a distorted version of life itself, and this is called the Cancerverse.
Wasn't that before the actual Marvel Zombies event?
I don't remember. I don't remember specifically the year it was released. The event that was tied to this was basically that the elements from the Cancerverse were pouring into the normal universe, and Thanos actually asked help to starting with the Guardians of the Galaxy and then also to Galactus.
Fuck it,
And-
let's
So I'm
go.
guessing you need to use the heart as a platform, but you just can't.
So,
By the way, did I mention that there are switches in this body as well, by the way?
Yeah, I noticed that
Yeah.
on the ceilings we need to punch them, like that one on the right. Yeah.
that's okay, Tio. So
Okay,
question.
okay. I guess the
What?
primary theory that I can come up with is the leader created this thing. Like this is like a kind of like this an alternate reality or something that the leader created to trap the Hulk in here and see if he can kill him or something.
Possible. I mean, these were the years where the Clone Saga was doing the whole virtual reality story arc with Lady Hawk, so everything's possible.
You know, actually, this would make sense if this was all simulation done by Lady Hawk.
It's like I'm playing VR Troopers again.
Maybe
All right,
we're in.
listen to this music, by the way. This
I'm
is
sorry,
our
but
boss
that's-
music. This is our boss music for the record.
I'm sorry. We seem to have stepped into
Oh,
a
God.
Metroid game all of a sudden.
More like, yeah, a bit more like Metroid and also Splatterhouse,
So it's literally a growling big brain that
which
really
has
goes
a
down like
sort
a
of
Level
face.
complete.
I
Wait,
love.
already?
And it-
Yeah, yeah.
That's it.
The Hulk finds himself in Leader's fortress again. This time in the presence of the leader himself.
We're not even going to explain how we got out of wherever we were.
Wow, that's
So that was our big alligator.
Well, audience, if you actually know the reference, type that in the comments.
Anyway, everybody, in the next part we get back to the plot, and we defeat the leader, and prepare yourselves, ladies and gentlemen, because the final boss of this game is, as far as I'm aware at least, the most anticlimactic final boss in the history of gaming. So, tune in for that.
See ya.
See you then.
See ya.